I don't know. I've lived a good life. I mean, I've had a lot of happiness, smiling, telling everybody that everything was beautiful every day. If I went into my church and didn't say everything was beautiful, they'd think I was sick. And I'm not that way. I mean, I sincerely believe in this old world that everything is beautiful. I mean, if I wake up in the morning and see these plants out here and all those flowers that are in there and the green grass on the ground, that's beautiful. And people don't realize what they have. They bitch about it. They do. And then nowadays, I am so upset that the things we did and the things we fought for and the boys that died for it, it's all gone down the drain. Our country's gone to hell in a handbasket. We haven't got the country we had when I was raised. Not at all. Nobody will have the fun I had. Nobody will have the opportunity I had. It's just not the same. That's not what our boys, that's not what they died for. It's just not it. No, I'm so sorry. I'll be all right. Just takes me time to get over it. Why me? See, sitting here like this, see, all this going on. It's crazy. Emily, it's just not the same. That isn't what we fought for. Oh, well, I should be worried about it, I guess. I'm 100 years old, they say.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. It was Memorial Day this weekend, a day to honor those who have served this country and who've gone on to meet their creator. And it's hard to really look back in American history and think about some of the changes that those people have seen. I mean, think about it. If you're 100 years old, well, then you would remember the 1929 stock market crash. You would remember World War I. You'd remember crazy stuff. I mean, you'd storm the beaches of Normandy, right? I mean, at the very least, you'd be a teenager, right? When they bombed Pearl Harbor, you'd be in college. I mean, it's wild to think how much has happened and how many things have changed. You'd be like middle-aged when Kennedy was assassinated by the CIA. And so it's like, you know, it's hard to not empathize with people like this. It's hard to not empathize with, like, this guy. And when you hear him and it's gut-wrenching to listen to that, we were sort of looking for a piece of Veteran or Memorial Day content that really, like, spoke to us. And you have to be sensitive in times like this. But when you see a man like this and you see him breaking down and weeping and crying because it's not the country that he fought for, fact check, true, man. It's true. 100-year-old World War II veteran breaks down. This isn't the country we fought for. You heard him say it. Much of what America's soldiers fought for in World War II has gone down the drain, according to Marine Carl Sperlin Denkel, who celebrated his 100th birthday last week. Denkel said that serving his country in World War II was the most important thing he ever did. Fox 13, he's Floridian. He's a veteran, Silver Star holder. He says he wouldn't hesitate to put his life on the line again. He regrets the U.S. has slipped away from what he remembers. People don't realize what they have, the things that we did, the things that we fought for, the boys that died over there. It all went down the drain. We haven't got the country that we had when I was raised. Not at all. Yeah, dude. When you were raised, we had a Christian nation. We had a nation that had a gold standard for our currency. We had a nation of laws and orders, and we had a nation that was able to mobilize against actual fascistic evil. Now the fascistic evil exists at the highest levels of this government. that you served. And that's deeply unfair to you, man. That's deeply unfair to you, sir, Mr. Denkel. We haven't got the country that we had. Nobody will have the fun I had. Nobody will have the opportunity I had. It's just this, and it's not the same. It's not what they died for. Denkel's statements came on the same day the U.S. lost its last surviving Medal of Honor recipient from World War II, Herschel Woody Williams. And Denkel has now himself passed on to meet his creator. This happened 8 months ago. Florida World War II veteran dies 2 months after 100th birthday, leaving a legacy of God, family, country. Where have we heard that before? Beautiful legacy, actually. World War II veteran Carl Sperlin Denkel celebrated his 100th birthday. Less than 2 months later, the proud former Marine, Florida native, he passed away. Denkel's story spread widely online. Most important thing in my life is serving my country. I don't think I could take away anything else from that. It was an honor for me to serve my country if I had to do it over again. And if I was the same age, I'd do it again, I guarantee you, he said. He joined the Marines in 1940. He was deployed to multiple locations overseas throughout World War II. Among his many commendations, medals, Silver Star, was his pride and joy. Denkel said he was blessed to be brought home when so many died, and he tried not to question why. A lot of people actually struggle with this, something that we heard a lot yesterday as we were filming content, as we were interacting online with our Memorial Day content. We try as hard as we can to be very sensitive to the fact that Memorial Day, for a lot of these guys and a lot of these ladies, is every single day, because they lose people and they're never the same again. We haven't got the country we had when I was raised at all. This is not what we died for, he said. Once a Marine, always a Marine. His desires to be known for his love of God, love of country, and love of his family and the great state of Florida is what his obituary read. So, we're losing a generation, man. We're losing the generation that, unfortunately, that remember a bygone era of this country and a bygone time in this country when things were clearer and when the forces of evil were more clandestine. And these guys fought Marxism and fascism, and the fascism fusion of corporations in the state, the overwhelming oligarchical Orwellian state power that infests and infects everything in your life. They've lived to see that, and they've lived to see the Marxists take immense control over this place. And it's a tough time. But what can you do? I'm not 100 years old. I didn't get to live through World War II. That's just not my timeline. So the best I can do is fight the battles we have before us today. That's the same for you. And so continue to fight. If that clip moved you, then continue to fight. That's your charge. Remembering the Marine Carl Sperlin Denkel on this Memorial Day, along with all of his hallowed brethren, 1 million soldiers who have given their lives to protect this country and deserve better. It's your boy Benny. See ya.